Really? You gotta be kidding me.
Some of your best work right there.
I doubt it.
All right, Dad, we have a resolution
Yes.
over at Hertz. If you are unfamiliar with this story, you are about to be very amused, except
Wow.
it's actually really sad. I shouldn't make light of it.
Yeah.
Hertz has had dozens of people who are driving their vehicles, rented vehicles from them, who were pulled over by police officers sometimes guns drawn. Sometimes guns drawn. They were pulled over by police officers
Arrested.
because,
Yes.
arrested as well, because the vehicles were reported as
Stolen.
the vehicles were not stolen. They were obviously rented out to someone.
Yes.
Hertz got sued.
Yeah.
Hertz has now settled.
Yeah.
Which means they've admitted no wrongdoing. Their CEO came out earlier this year and said, some of our processes and systems haven't been able to keep up with the volume. Well, Hertz to pay $168 million to settle over 95% of wrongful theft report claims. Some customers had sued Hertz, alleging the police detained or arrested individuals in air after the company reported rental cars were stolen, Dad. The suit, 95% of folks settled. $168 million will be going to them over the next, months or so.
Yes.
Hertz, which operates Hertz, Dollar, and Thrifty vehicle rental brands, said it will recover a, quote, meaningful portion of the settlement amount from its insurers. The settlement resolves 364 pending claims from consumers. So some resolution over there at Hertz.
Yes. I love resolution. I love when big corporations have to pay out $168 million and admit no fault.
Are you surprised?
Am I surprised that they admitted no fault?
That they settled for that much?
I think it would have cost them more had they not. I think Hertz is getting what they deserve, or only some of what they deserve.
I mean, I was surprised to see $168 million. I didn't think it was going to be quite that much, but
we knew. Well,
$168 million for 364 people. That's
and there's still 5% of those cases out there that are not part of the settlement.
But that's $500,000 a person.
Okay. What's it worth to you to get?
No. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just surprised. Like that's.
Okay. Don't be surprised.
Which leads us to, Dad.
Yes.
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
All right. We have breaking news this morning. Key creditors.
Yes.
At a small mom and pop dealership called Carvana.
Yes.
That somehow managed to amass $7 billion in debt.
Because that's the American way.
Key creditors that control up to $4 billion.
What do we have in debt?
We have no debt.
Stop.
Well, we have a credit card bill, but that's about it.
That's it?
That's it, man.
Oh, come on.
You're
doing something wrong.
A group of funds holding around $4 billion of Carvana's unsecured.
Yeah.
So Carvana also has a $2.2 billion debt deal with Ally Financial, but that is secured. It's collateralized
that's overvalued used cars.
Exactly. They have debt to purchase used cars. Yes. Okay, got it. But this is $4 billion that's unsecured.
Yes.
This is just to operate the business. Or around 70% of the total outstanding have signed a cooperation agreement. What that means, to cut through all of the noise, what that means is that Carvana is on the brink of bankruptcy, and it seems likely that these key creditors are going to go down the path of bankruptcy protection.
They have agreed to not fight everything, to act as one. And I believe there's less than 10 creditors that are involved in this. There's two major ones, Apollo Management.
And then Pacific, here, I'll give you the name, Pacific Investment Management Corporation.
And they figure that either a debt restructuring, and why anybody would want to give them more money is beyond me, or even to restructure the debt that they have. But they figure that if they can act in consort with each other, that there's a greater likelihood of being able to secure some type of debt restructuring so that Carvana can remain as an ongoing business. For how much longer, we have no idea. But I would suspect that it's going to be difficult.
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
All right, Dad, I don't know if you saw this. I can't imagine you did, but it just made me kind of chuckle. Apple, who has never produced a vehicle. Let's be very clear.
Well, our dear friend Alex shared something with me about Apple. About what he shared with me was that they've pushed it back to 2026.
They're self-driving cars.
Yes, and they expect it to be under $100,000. And I thought to myself, good luck with that, trying to project what things might cost 3 years from now. I'm not falling for that, but that's just me.
So supposedly, folks,
Yes.
these big tech companies, they want to come into the auto space for whatever
Sure they do.
reason.
Yeah.
Apple scales back self-driving car, delays debut until 2026. Apple executives are grappling with the reality that the company's vision for a fully autonomous vehicle is not feasible with current technology. Their vision, Dad, is a vehicle with no gas pedal, no brake pedal, no steering wheel. You just get in, and probably you have to have iTunes to consume.
I was going to say, and hopefully no occupants, but go ahead.
I had an interesting. So anyway, I thought that gave me a chuckle. No wonder you're going to delay it. Anyway, the other thing that I think is interesting, Dad, infotainments are becoming more and more, I don't know, like tech driven.
Yes.
What's going to happen when we start to have microtransactions in the car? Like that's very much across. Like it's actually GM. There was a GM article talking about how GM wants to do microtransactions in your car, just like when you're on an app and you want to upgrade your level, you pay 10 cents and I mean, what do you? It's hard to make sense.
So I guess at some point you'll just be able to store your credit cards.
Oh, definitely.
On
you know how you have Apple Pay or Google Pay or Android Pay?
Yeah.
You're gonna have Buick Pay.
Yeah.
If you honk your horn twice, you just bought, something.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's the future, man.
I hope not.